Hello, everyone. Ford man here. I just felt like doing just a random live. Like I said before, you never know. I might just pop up. So I just decided to, do a random live. I don't know. I told you. Yep. I told you. This is, told you last night that this head would be gone. Oh, thanks for the raid, Riley. Yeah, I don't know what it is that you couldn't. Yep. Hey, Joe Sports and Ministry Talks TV. Welcome in. Howdy, magnificent Germany with Darian. Land Cloud Adventures, Nate. It feels a whole lot better than it did. That's for sure. Yeah, hey, spaceman. I was fixing to ask you about the. Yeah, I was fixing to ask you about the. But are you feeling any better there, spaceman? Oh, oh, Lordy. There is. I'm gonna post a link here, and anybody is more than welcome to come up as long as you have a webcam, and as long as I know you, um, and things. So I'm getting ready to pop a link out here. I understand. I understand, spaceman. Um, Uh-oh. Well, guys, it's not letting me post a link. I'm not sure why. In all honesty. Okay, I understand, Nate. Well, hmm, that might be an issue. Has anyone had an issue posting a link in the chat for StreamYard? Okay, cool. Cool, Nate. Yeah, I can't wait to. I hope I can. I'll probably have to watch the replay because I will be over on um uh the McGuire's on tires Monday at 8. Or is that 8 Eastern? Well, when I post a link in the chat, Blaine, it says that YouTube. It says there's a mistake in YouTube or something. I can't. Let me try it again. Oh, okay. I will try to make it by there then. Thanks, Griswold. Here's what it's saying. YouTube rejected your comment. This is fairly common when sharing a link. You may need to share the link another way. Okay. Let me see how to do that. It says Facebook has a bug that prevents this from working right now. They're working to fix it. For now, please copy the link to your clipboard and, and open Messenger to send it. Okay, let me do this. Okay. Everybody wants to play hard for some reason. Oh man. All right. Hang on. I'm coming. Y'all may get some feedback here in a minute, so let me do this. I just sent it through Messenger through the phone.
Hey,
What's happening there, bud?
what's happening?
Not much. Are we getting any feedback at all?
Nope, you're good.
I don't know what it was with the phone.
I don't either because obviously you wouldn't have had anything else open because you wouldn't been able to have anything open when it was just you and your phone. You know, it's not like a computer where you got three or four tabs open with, especially if you're using a phone. So I don't know. May have
Uh,
been just,
How did
may have been just the area you were in too. It could have been some kind of bad frequency interference or something.
could like I said, could it be that straight pipe of that truck? Is that what it could have been?
I don't think so because it was just like it is sometimes when we're live or whatever, and you'll hear somebody's YouTube open, where I'm talking, and then all of a sudden, if I say, Kenneth, about 2 seconds later or something, Kenneth, it
Yeah.
was that feedback that we always get. So, yeah, I don't know what it was. Whatever it was weird. So, but I see Nate was saying, let me see, he was saying that, yeah, I had it pinned earlier. Now I tell you what I do a lot of times. I'll make a comment like when I put the link in the chat, like you did. I'll do it as a pinned comment, and that's probably what Nate's talking about. Only reason is sometimes I'll get caught up in the chat or something and forget to drop a link. So
Yeah,
instead of me
that's
forgetting or
what I've
whatever,
been doing.
yeah, instead of me forgetting or somebody wanting a link, at least they'll know it's there. That way they can click on it whenever they can. So, and it makes it fun. You never know who's going to click on it for people in the chat. Because normally we'll see somebody in the chat say, "Hey, drop the link so I can come up."
Hey, North Vikings,
Hey,
how
North
you
Vikings.
doing? He's a good channel to connect up with.
Yeah, I've got them too.
He's got a lot of food vlogs out and stuff. I've been watching some of his food vlogs.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a couple of them the other day. Uh,
So how was everything in Kingsport, Tennessee? Everything was
It was
going
good.
good.
It actually felt good to actually get out of the house.
I know. I
I,
bet.
I hadn't been out of the house, and Lord, I can't remember even the last time I was even out of the house, man.
Dang, never felt so good to get your hair cut, huh?
Yeah,
What
like I
about
said,
Papa?
I get a cut like this 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah. What about Papa? He got his hair cut too, huh?
Same way. Plus he's got his uh, facial hair cut off too.
Oh, okay.
I had done shaved mine before
Yeah.
I went,
Yeah,
and
I did a little trimming up last night myself just to kind of get
well,
my
see, I have to shave mine all the way off because if I don't,
yeah.
that stuff itches,
Yeah,
and
well,
especially
here's
me
the
trying
thing.
to wear a mask.
I've never grew a beard before. Like I'll have a little bit, facial hair, and then it starts itching. Well, that I started talking to people. They say, hey, give it a little time, to get past that itch or whatever. And I
Yeah,
never could. As always, I was like, man, I gotta get rid of this. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna persevere. I'm gonna do it. And finally, I got past that itching stage, and it don't itch me now unless I'm every once in a while sleeping or whatever, and the pillows or the cover and stuff. But yeah, don't bother me now. So
uh, I know. Let's see. I want to pin that link to the top. Is there a way I can do that?
yeah, over there on the those three little dots.
Yeah. I was
Uh,
trying. I'm still not seeing that link where it posted
you
on
didn't
the
see
top.
it?
Oh, I see it there now. Hang on.
Okay, yeah, just hit those three dots on the
Oh
side
Lord, I'm going in the studio with the phone. I don't want to do that.
there. Hey, Blake with New Vision Security.
New Vision Security,
He said, "Good evening, ladies."
ladies and gents.
No, he just said, "Ladies."
Yeah,
Hey, Blake, where you at now? What
what part
part
of
of
the
the
country?
country?
Yeah, what part of the country you at now, Blake?
You over here by me in Savannah? Probably not. He's always working.
I still can't get that to post to the top.
Let's see here. I don't know. I'm
I,
gonna. You clicked on those dots on the right side of it. Those three little dots.
well, that's what I was trying to do on my phone, but it's not giving me that option.
Huh.
I'm even on the YouTube side.
Yeah, you gotta do it on the YouTube side, and
I know. I'm even on the YouTube
yeah,
side.
I just posted again, trying to see if click on the right three dots on my name, see if you can pin the comment that way. Hey, Blake's up
Hang
there in
on.
Pennsylvania. He must be up there by Doreen. There you go. It worked.
There we go. It worked. It worked that time, did it? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. It was either. Okay. I saw where it said, "Hey, weekend RV in Georgia Live" earlier.
Yep. Same here. I
Yeah.
was there. Yep.
I
Um, There you go. I'm pretending like you saw what New Vision Security set up there at 550. I've never seen a bald beaver man.
I get my hair cut like this 2 or 3 times a year. I'll probably get it cut like this again just before the first meetup in Kingsport, Tennessee, probably.
There you go. Um, Blake says was just in Savannah. You never sent me a text to help me work on the boat. You didn't. You didn't tell me you needed help, but I wouldn't be no good because I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know where to start. I know how to drive one, just don't know how to work on them. Hey. So yeah, we had a good live earlier. We went about 3 hours and 3 hours and 30 minutes, I guess. So that was pretty good. So
You should be getting close to them watch hours now.
yep, I should be.
Congrats.
I wasn't in. I know I get it. Wasn't really that big of a hurry to get. I know I'll get them in the next couple of days or so.
That's like me. I'll get my friends. I know Triple C that they were talking to me about
Oh, I see. He said he was just scrubbing the deck. I can scrub the deck.
yeah.
I can clean one, but well, you made it sound you said work on the boat. That ain't work.
Work on the boat.
Yeah,
So how's that?
well, you
Yeah,
made it sound he had engine problems or something. Hey,
yeah. So I take it you hadn't been able to come home yet, have you, Dudley?
yeah, I don't think he has. I know he was in my live earlier, and he said he was gonna go. I think that hospital chair was hurting him or whatever, so he must have went back and laid down.
Yeah, I know. He said the other day. He said that he. I know he said earlier in the chat they got him on Lasix.
Yeah, he still got the bug, don't he? Or I think that's what's up, right?
Give me a better switch on my controller, really.
Yeah, new trolling motor, props, and a new cover.
Oh, oh,
Money. Yeah.
yeah, that's big bucks, sir.
Automatic control. Yep. Trolling motor.
Yeah, we
Hey, there's Matt Man, Tennessee.
Hey, Matt, man, Tennessee. Uh, I don't know if you follow Big Joe and Malia's world. They're from this area as well in Kingsport, Tennessee, and they're going to be having a Warriors Path State Park meetup May 14th through the 16th. And it's going to be at Warriors Pass State Park. They'll be putting out more details closer to the time. They also, is there a way you can go to their, is there also, are you on their Facebook page? Okay, have a good dinner, Spaceman Dudley.
Yep. Get well there, spaceman.
Are you on their Facebook group page, Matt Man, Tennessee? Nose itching.
Hey, look who it is.
Well, there's Lindy.
Lynn.
Long time no see.
Yeah, I haven't seen her over at our place in a while either. Good to see you, Lynn. Yep, they got them on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah,
What's Blake talking about? Talking to Doreen.
yeah. Hey, I'm not sure. Uh, but uh, I've been missing seeing your live streams here lately, Lynn Yoki, on Saturdays
She's
at
still
five.
she's not doing them right now, right?
No, she's not been doing them, and I guess it's been a good couple of months. I
Oh
can't remember.
yeah, I knew it'd been a while since I seen one. Reason I asked, I wanted to make sure I didn't need to check my notifications because I get some and I don't get others. So I don't know why I have that issue. A lot of people has that issue where you get some and don't get the others.
Yeah, I I've had that same issue myself. Sometimes I get some, sometimes I don't. Ah,
Sorry to hear that, Lynn. Hope everything's well.
sorry to hear that, Lynn. Uh, but and of course we went to the store and got some. Dad had been wanting some type of sandwich meat and cheese, so we had roast beef and pepper jack cheese sandwiches for dinner tonight.
That sounds good. Where's mine?
Uh, I
Still in
got
the
such
fridge.
a yeah. Ah, okay, I understand, Lanioki. We'll just keep you in our prayers.
Yep. Can't. Doreen says sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't. Yeah.
But however, with me,
Yeah,
it's sometimes you feel like a nut, all the time you are a nut.
I saw where Destination Delight, they're gonna put out a premiere here at
Hmm.
7 o'clock. She's not going to do a actual live stream today. She's just going to do a premiere.
Okay. Ford man don't share no food. No, he don't. He eats it all pretty quick too.
Hey, I followed a Joe from uh, Joe Sports and Mystery Talks TV, and also Triple C and Joe
Yep.
Show. Uh, he was showing me a video last night where they uh it's called Carter Eats, I think it was. I actually subscribed to the channel, but they did a premiere on how to
Hmm.
deep fry Rocky Mountain oysters.
Dang. They look good. Did they look good?
I told I commented on the video and I said uh I said I've never tried them this way, but I'd be willing to try them. And I watched it all the way through, and the guy said the people were saying at the end of it said it tastes like gizzards.
Hmm.
So
No, thank you.
I would try it at least. Hey, Lucky Dog Productions moderator.
Hey, Sue. How do you do?
Yeah, it reminds me of that. I I told that I'm not sure where that. I have to ask that guy where you can actually get them because I've never seen them where you can get them that way. I've only seen them where you can get them like they're processed,
Hmm.
like what I had.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the actual thing.
Yeah, I tried. I had some Rocky Mountain oysters, and mm-mm.
that, that was not up your alley, was
Mm-mm. I'd rather drink sweat.
it? That's what. Uh, but uh, but yeah, somebody asked me if I've ever actually had oysters. And I said, no, I've never actually had oysters.
I love some good oysters. I'd rather have them fried, but I will eat them on occasions. I know when we got married, we had a oyster
What
roast.
happened?
Uh, hey,
What's up?
not much. Talking about oysters, we had an oyster roast when we got married for a reception, and I ate a good little bit, on the half shell and stuff. So, but I'd rather have them fried though. So,
I've never had them. I don't think.
No, I've never, I have never seen that, Blake.
I like the crawfish broil. I like that. That's good. That's good eating right there.
hey, you see what Nate said?
Speaking of Rocky Mountain oysters, if 20 people vote in favor of me taste testing it on my video tomorrow, the dogs and I will be doing a video of it.
Well, you can count on
Hey, go ahead and go for it, Nate.
it.
Hey, Lynn. Good to see you. Been a while.
Yeah, it has
Yeah,
been a while.
Hey, y'all.
yeah,
How you doing?
yeah. Go ahead and go for it. Hey, make it one of them short videos. Make it a what's the shortest video that the video? What's the short? It has to be less than a minute, or
Less than a minute. It can be anywhere from a second all the way up to right under a minute, 59 seconds. But they say I've been doing a lot of looking too. They say some people's having success 15 seconds, 13, 15 seconds somewhere in there, and then I wouldn't go no more than 30 seconds though. But you can go all the way up to a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch it.
I've got a new new short. We just did it spur of the moment as a just to see if the pet thing see how it works out. So it was pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Sue. Good to see you. Kenneth, those things are actually good, man. People
What?
here in Oklahoma eat them all the time.
What's that?
Calf fries, Rocky Mountain oysters.
So you've actually had some yourself, huh?
Of course.
Hey,
They have
Robert.
a country music concert up in Stillwater every year where Oklahoma
Every
State is.
weekend.
Good old
Uh-huh.
Robert. Good to see you.
They have
Good
a
to see you,
concert,
Robert.
Kenneth, country music concert up in Stillwater where Oklahoma State University is, right? And it's a weekend long concert. And
Yeah,
it's at a place called Tumbleweeds. And you know what the number one food item they serve there?
probably Rocky Mountain oysters.
Calf fries. And that's exactly what the concert is called. It's called Calf Fry.
Huh.
Huh.
It's good. Sit there and eat those things like crazy.
That's where we had Rocky Mountain Oysters, was out in Montana, out that way. So yeah.
I forget what video I was watching one time, but somebody was telling me about there was some place called the Testicle Festival.
Playing it.
Yeah, the Testicle Festival. I've heard of that. I can't remember where that is. Where's that Testicle Festival out? California somewhere, or Nevada? I can't remember.
Testicle. That's what they call the one in Oklahoma too. The calf fry. They call it the Testicle Festival.
They call it the Testicle.
I'm sure they do have one in Montana and Wyoming probably as well.
They probably
Cheyenne maybe.
Probably Cheyenne. Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Might even have one in Billings, Montana.
They might.
Or Bozeman or something.
Mm-hmm. Maybe in Butte, Montana.
But yeah, Butte. I always call it Butte, but Butte. Robert said he doesn't want none of those Rocky Mountain Oysters.
So does Blake.
Robert can't get none of those down there in Jacksonville area.
Have a good class, Nate.
Yep, have a good one.
Hope it's not too hard for you.
Hope it's not too.
That's what she said.
Wow.
What is it? Tentacle.
Tender.
Is there a Cherokee Casino hotel close to Stillwater?
Who asked that? Lynn?
Lynn the Okie.
Oh, there might be. Just north of it on 70.
Could be.
No, 35, I think, maybe. I-35.
Could be. RV, Weekend RV was in here a second ago. They're probably still in here. They might be able to.
Yeah, I saw them.
Answer that for Stillwater.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Robert got some good. I've been seeing some good fishing video, different stuff on there. So that's pretty cool. Learn how to see him cook some of that stuff. I think he was supposed to have a premiere on one of those things he was doing.
I've been watching a premiere. He's more than welcome to come up if he'd like. The link's up at the top of the chat there. But I've been watching his premieres and stuff. He was showing how to prepare lobster, and
I saw that one. Yeah.
How to prepare lobster, yeah.
Them things are huge.
Yeah, and how to.
You just rip it in half when it's still alive, huh?
And things. I don't know if I'd want to do that while it's live or not.
I saw that. That was crazy.
I remember back in the day, I don't know if I guess you can still see them. It's been a while since I've been in one, but Red Lobster, you go in Red Lobster and see that big old aquarium tank in there, all them lobsters in there. Shoo, them things are huge. And this is no lie. I was younger in Alabama. We used to go to one in Birmingham and stuff, and one of the chefs come from the back or whatever, reached in that darn tank, took out one of those lobsters and put it in the bag or something, put it in something and carried it back there. I guess he was about to cook up some lobster.
Mm-hmm.
So
you put them in there to cook, I guess, to boil or whatever. When they're still alive, you'll hear them like screaming.
Jeez, I guess I would be too. Dang.
You must have just got home from school not so long ago, didn't you, Danny?
I stayed at school late, too. I was on somebody else's live stream from school, actually.
Danny needs to put a hat on. I don't recognize him.
Or whatever, when they're still alive.
Hey, there's Robert. Hey, oh.
Whoop, I did not touch it. He went out on his own.
Probably double-clicked it on accident. Danny said, I'll be right back. I'm getting a hat.
That's the reason why I said he must have. I'm used to him seeing with the hat on. But so how's your day been?
Good. How about yours?
Yeah,
Hey, Robert, how are you?
Hey, Robert, thanks for coming up.
you're welcome. I accidentally hit the wrong button.
Okay, I
Don't
think
worry.
it. I think this is your first time up on my live stream, isn't
Hey,
it?
thanks for having me in, man. You timed it just right. I was uploading my premiere for Sunday, and when you said, "Hey, you should come up," it just hit 100%, and it's processing now. So I was able to get on the computer. I was watching it on my phone, so I was able to get on the computer and come up. I just got through having some dinner with some Cajun type rice and some shrimp. So man, I'm feeling real good.
Ah,
Yeah, my premiere Sunday is going to be scuba diving or no snorkeling Sombrero Reef in the Florida Keys. So I'm going to have a ton of underwater footage in along the reef, tons of awesome fish. It's going to be really cool.
Wow, that sounds cool. Hopefully, one of these days I'll get back down. The only time I've been to Key West is we went on a cruise and it stopped in Key West, but we're going to take our RV hopefully and stay down there at one of the. I know they got a few parks down, campgrounds. So
they have a lot of campgrounds. You got to do a lot of research depending on.
I probably have somebody like you. I know y'all went down there and. I know you got some suggestions for because we got a 45. I want to make sure it's something I can get in easy, and they've got some pull throughs and all that stuff. I don't want no overhanging branches or anything that I'm gonna be surprised by. So,
well, I don't have a lot of experience at a variety of campgrounds because I typically stay at the state parks.
Yeah, we might do that. So,
but the state parks are harder to get in because they're cheaper. So you have to really make reservations early in advance, far in advance.
Yeah.
Something like Big Pine Key is a good fish camp.
Okay.
They usually have a lot of places that are open, but again, I've never booked there. But they're really close to the central of the Florida Keys. So you have, you're like a half an hour from Key West, and then you're not even 15, 20 minutes from Marathon, and probably about an hour from Key Largo. So there's all kinds of reefs out there. Like the reef, there's a reef real close to Big Pine Key called Lou Key Reef. Really nice reef. Probably one of the best reefs out there.
Hey, Justin, Christina.
And it's probably only about 6 miles out, so it's not very far from shore. And if you watch the premiere coming up Saturday, you can actually see Sombrero Reef's tower from the mainland. So it's not that far either.
Wow.
Yeah. And people rent boats if you want to rent a boat. As long as the water is fairly calm, you're less than 2 foot seas. It's not a big deal to take a boat straight. I mean, you just can beeline it. So there's nothing to worry about navigation. You just go straight toward it.
Pretty cool.
Hey, Timmy Ray.
So, I got a cooking video coming up tomorrow. It's going to be on a raid parade, I think, tomorrow. And it's going to be RV cooking video where I'm just cooking back here. I'm going to be doing some grilled shrimp on the skewer and a grilled steak and some, rice and some veggies, just something fairly simple and tastes really amazing. I actually stumbled across some kind of cool mixture of taking some peppers, green peppers, orange peppers, red peppers, onions, and adding some olive oil to it, sauteing it, and just throwing some already cooked rice into it. And man, it made it taste really good. So that's going to be part of the video tomorrow on the raid parade around 2:30 or something like that.
Wow.
Making me
I
hungry.
understand, Timmy Ray. Have fun working on your race car.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about doing a lot more cooking videos. I cook all the time. I mean, I've always been the cooker in the house, so I'm always cooking. I don't usually do fast food at all. So I'm always cooking, whether it's, some grilled chicken or just roasted chicken, something simple. And sometimes even buy, like from Sam's, they have these big frozen, I don't know if I wouldn't call them dinners, but they're pre-made. They're not like the typical frozen dinner. They're just like big platters of bunches of rice or bunches of vegetables and chicken mixed together. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't taste like frozen food because you kind of steam it and boil it on the stovetop. And it tastes really good. And I always add more chicken or add more shrimp to give it more protein.
Yeah.
I'm the only one in my house that'll eat seafood. So hearing you talk making me hungry, man.
I love some seafood, especially
I usually don't eat a lot of fish, but I had a bad experience with fish when I was a kid. And the sad thing is that kind of kept me from fish, but now I've started to open up to more fish. So I'm going to do a fish mahi cooking video on sometime soon of my first time cooking my own fish from raw. And I'm probably going to, put it actually have some kind of stuff. I bought a Big Pine fishing camp. I bought this there at the Big Pine camp. So it's called Crispy Southern Real Lemon Added Seafood Breaded Mix from New Orleans style Zatarain.
Nice.
So I'm going to try that out. That's going to be like an experiment. So we'll see what happens and I'm going to do research. I'll go on YouTube and look at how to cook mahi the best way, what temperature, how long to cook it.
Just 6.
Please. Yeah, mahi, some good eating.
Yeah, I actually got some pre-breaded tilapia at Sam's, and it's real good and fast, and you don't have to do any fuss. You just throw it on the toast. I put it in the toaster oven, and I can cook a pizza in that toaster oven. It'll take a 12-inch pizza. So it does broil, bake, and it has a fan. I forget what you call it, where the fan spins the air around or whatever. And so it's a really good toaster oven. And I do French fries in it if I want to. I do broiled shrimp in there or broiled lobster tail in there. And I actually cook steak in there before. And
it's almost like an air fryer then.
I have an air fryer too. So if I don't want to preheat the toaster oven, I just boom, hit it in the air fryer in 17 minutes or whatever. You got French fries. And I spray it with olive oil. It comes with a little pump sprayer thing.
Right.
You put olive oil in it, and you can just spray your French fries or whatever you're cooking with olive oil. Olive oil makes everything taste better.
Yeah.
Fries, onion rings, potato wedges, cheese curds.
Potato wedges. Please.
That sounds good.
What was you saying there, Griswold, about you don't want to eat
seafood?
The boys in Kimberly don't eat seafood. They're allergic to it. I don't think Landon is, but Adric and Kimberly are. So I'm the only one that eats seafood in our family.
Yeah.
So I don't get to have it very often.
Yeah, I think shrimp is some of the fastest, quickest, easiest cooking seafood. You can just put them on skewers. You can throw them on the grill, and it'll be done in 3 minutes. It's just really easy and fast.
The seafood you like the most is shrimp? It's what Landon said. The seafood he likes the most is shrimp. But you like that better than anything else, huh?
I got another seasoning.
You eat a lot of seafood, Kenneth?
Yeah, I like
garlic butter.
Oh, good Lord.
It's got Parmesan cheese and basil in it. And I get it at Sam's Club, and they have different
flavors. Tearing that up, Blaine.
You can get cinnamon butter, French onion, regular butter, and this garlic butter, man. And this works good on almost everything. You can put it in fresh veggies if you want to fry them on the skillet. Just put some of this in there and put a little olive oil in there and salt and pepper or whatever, and just fry it, kind of grill it up on your skillet. Man, it tastes great.
I'm gonna buy some of that next time I cook on the Blackstone. I bet that'd be good. Some of those veggies.
ever since I've been following a lot of RV channels and things like that. I I never heard I'd never heard of a Blackstone until I started following a lot of RV channels. And my dad neither one. My dad's never heard of one either. But we've been wanting to try some food off of one. That's for
I hadn't heard of it either, Kenneth, but I mean, at least that sounds like something that could exist. What kind of threw me off was the whole slot dog and curly dog thing. That's
sure.
where I was like, what the heck is that?
Now I got a crawler dog.
That's when I first started
I
that
got
one
one of
too.
each now.
Yeah, that's right. You got one of each.
Somebody sent me one.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah,
I didn't need two of them, so. But
I'm
yeah,
trying
to-
Blackstones. If you don't, you got the key to the Blackstone is you gotta right when you get it. If you don't season it right, you done messed up off the bat.
that's what I've seen people season their Blackstones. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a cast iron skillet, you know.
If you don't take care of it and stuff, then you might as well not have it.
Yeah.
See that hey Lance, what's happening there, Lance?
Boom knocking with Boomer.
He says, hey, for like 10 minutes. I don't know what name he's going to say after it.
Huh?
Kenny, he's like,
Yeah.
hey, for like good 10 minutes. And then he says a person's name.
See you, man. I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that, Daddy.
Hey Kenneth, ask Robert if he likes Rocky Mountain oysters. I saw his comment in the chat earlier.
I have never had an oyster, zero, and I don't like eating raw things, you know.
Yeah, I don't like raw oysters. I'll eat them, but I'll tear some fried oysters up. But yeah, that's
I've
about
never
it.
had an oyster, period.
Hey.
So you,
And I'm from the South. You'd think I had to.
South Carolina, we get here close to Savannah and Hilton Head. We get them all the time. I want fried though.
Yeah. You know, speaking of fried, I tried frying my own lobster tail. It just didn't taste as good. I didn't like it very much. I mean, not saying it's bad, but I didn't like it as good as broiled. I think broiled is my favorite.
I probably would agree with that too.
And I got these things, nice ceramic. I got these little things like this.
Oh yeah.
And the cool thing about the ceramic is when you put a lobster tail in here and you cook it, you know, you put the olive oil in there, all the butter, the lemon, all the spices and everything. And once it comes out, this stays piping hot. So you got to use a mitt or tongs and carry it, and you put it on your plate, and it keeps your lobster hot
Warm milk.
while you're eating it. The only negative is it's small, so you can't get a lot of shrimp in here. But for the lobster tail, it's ideal. I actually have something bigger.
Yeah, that little plate would be perfect for shrimp scampi.
Right. And I use this for like doing multiple lobster tails, but it doesn't, you can't serve your food in it. You know, you got to take it out.
Huh.
But I got that like at a garage sale or something.
I actually had to explain to Robert the other day what a Rocky Mountain oyster was.
Right on.
You said you'd never heard of that one.
Well,
No.
us in the South, we're not familiar with it. I'm surprised you've heard about it, Kenneth, but you like food so much, so you already knew what it was. But that's more of one of those Western and Midwest type thing. A lot of ranchers that raise their own cows and stuff. That's
It's like an Oklahoma, Texas kind of thing right there.
Yeah, Oklahoma, Texas, even, and you got up in Montana where I've actually had them, and in Wyoming, and so.
Well, Blaine, we hadn't heard of cooter until I was talking about that.
I love some good food.
Yeah,
I know.
don't even know what that is.
I know a comedian from up north, and he do comedy, and he said people name their kids Cooter in the South.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like that old saying goes, he's drunker than Cooter Brown, whatever. Yeah, I tell you, I like some good good cooter for breakfast.
For breakfast, huh?
That's too early for those jokes.
If
No wonder you've been going to bed earlier.
breakfast Cooter,
Hey. Turtle.
turtle. Hey, when you say that, it made me think of Finding Nemo, right? That movie.
Yeah.
When I'm on the reef, I see those blue tangs. Well,
Yeah.
they remind me of that movie where that fish, what's his name? He's swimming around, just keep swimming. So I call him the whatever fish. What's the name of that? I forget, but
I can't remember it either.
Dory,
yeah.
Dory fish. So I actually got a couple of good pops, good shots of a blue tang swimming around, and I was like, look, the Dory fish. So yeah, I got a pretty good shot of a black fish with a yellow tail with purple freckles with white in the freckles. So it's like a circle purple with white freckles in it. I mean, pretty cool.
Dang.
Yeah. So that's coming up on Sunday. That's going to be great. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I got a moonrise. You ever heard of a moonrise? You watch the moon come up?
Uh-huh.
So I got that at Bahia Honda. You're on a little island. It's real small, so you can walk to one end and watch the sunset, and then go to the other end and watch the moon come up. It's really cool. So I don't have a great camera, but I do have a good phone. So I did the best I could with the phone that I had.
And it says, Doreen says there's a restaurant in Johnson City, Tennessee called Cooter Brown's.
I didn't even know that, and I even live near that city, and I'm in Kingsport, and Johnson City's only about 20 minutes away from.
What's Lance saying, Robert, do you have a picture?
Do I have a picture of what?
Of what? Yeah.
I think the fish. Maybe.
Nothing I can share. I'm not computer savvy how I could bring up a picture because it's all video. So
yeah.
I don't have any pictures of it. It was underwater footage with my action camera, and it was on a selfie stick, like about a 6-foot selfie stick. So that allowed me to get a lot closer to the fish than I would if I was just with my body. So I was able to stick that in some crevices and stuff like that and getting closer to fish. I actually got a video of a conch moving on the bottom of the water, on the ocean.
That's cool.
Yeah. So the reef is definitely a great place to go to see all different types of fish and maybe even see a shark. You never know, or a sea turtle.
Lance, I did that so I'd make sure that I'd have enough in case we had some trolls in here or something. That's the reason why I did that. Lance, on the mods. Also, in case not that I don't see me ever getting too big, but I might. You never know.
You're a ladies' man. Everybody loves Kenneth.
But also, because I was in somebody's chat one time, and I was talking about as you grow, you want to make sure you got enough mods in there for on standby. So if you get any trolls, you'll have enough in there to cover the trolls.
Shoot, it's like being at Lowe's here. Though we have a wrench party.
That's just why I did that.
Yeah, they're on clearance.
Yeah, I'm not big enough to have need for a moderator, so I can pretty much take care of it. I'm doing a live tonight at 8:00, but it's on a subject that I think some people don't want to check out because it might make them feel guilty. It's about being a better husband to your wife. And I'm going to be I got permission with the publisher of this book. Let me see if I can get it.
I saw the thumbnail. Yeah, I saw the.
Yeah, so this book has really changed my thinking about how to treat my wife. So I'm thinking this could help other people. So I mean, I was actually impressed with how many views I got after the video was done. I got 24 views in the last week, and it was like something like 240 watch minutes. So I was impressed with. Some people did hang around and watch it later, and I think it's we don't want to admit that we're not the best husband.
Yeah.
So not a lot of men are going to want to jump in there while somebody's watching them. But it's a great book that has changed my attitude and understanding a woman and how they tick. So we could always use help with that, right?
That's awesome, man. That's cool. Yeah. Much respect for that, Robert. That's cool, man.
Thank you. I think it'll work out later after everybody sees that it's authentic. It's not a joke, I kind of put those little hooks in the lingo. We're going to talk about ladies or talk about women, or like this week I put in there. We're gonna point fingers and we're gonna name names in this one. So it's kind of to lure some people, even some people that may be looking for gossip. They're not going to get it. So, but it might lure them in.
Yeah.
To maybe hear some pretty good wholesome content about how their woman needs to be treated. I mean, as men, we think differently. We think just spit it out and say it and get it out. Well, women don't receive it well when you do that. You have to put sugar on it and all kinds of nice flavoring on it before you spit it out so they can receive it well.
So there you go, everybody in the chat. 8:00 tonight. Make sure you check out RV Weekends.
Hey,
also, Charlie Grace, Forever Best Friend, comes on as well.
Yeah.
I see Camping Therapy said they had one today in a 15-minute live stream. No mods.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a troll.
Hers.
I had a troll once, and I had to block them, and then somebody I know talked to them, so I think they got the point. Some people just act silly to be silly, and some people are more serious than others. I'm silly, but I like to also keep it real and not get too far off. I like having fun.
Yeah. Justin Christine said we were pretty solid, married for 17 years and together for 23. There you go.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Justin and Christina.
Yeah, we just celebrated our 14th in November. Been together almost 15.
Congratulations. That's commendable.
Yeah.
Mad respect for everybody.
Are you going to get to go to the meetup in Mayberry in October, Robert?
Not that I have scheduled right now. For me, I work full-time job, so taking off for a long period of time is not easy. So I already have 2 weeks booked in the Florida Keys for next year. So I got that booked for August, and I got a water site. So this is going to be an amazing campsite right on the water at Bahia Honda State Park. And so that doesn't leave me a lot of vacation time after that, but that's something that I would like to consider in the future.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm considering is possibly getting out the court site one Christmas, because I get 2 weeks off for Christmas, maybe to have an extra week of vacay in Christmas time and go hit court site for a 3-week vacation. Of course, I'm in Florida, so it's a long haul to get all the way out there.
I know.
Does anybody know if Happy Place Camping or Meant to Be RVing made it in?
Happy Felix and they were supposed to get there at 2:00 today, so they probably there by now.
Okay.
Yep, I don't know about Meant. Actually, I don't think Meant to Be will probably, but I think it was yesterday. Actually, I saw them somewhere. Maybe it was Tuesday. Anyway, they passed by my area of South Carolina, and they said, "Hey, we just passed you and headed out west." So they're probably halfway out there by now. I guess they're taking their time. And stuff. So they actually went down. They went through Florida and went that way across on 10 and went across. So.
Yeah, I was in the Panhandle over the holidays, over Christmas. I left Christmas Day and went up to a place called Itchituckney Springs in Florida, just as northwest of Gainesville. Then I stayed there one night. Then I went up to the Swanee River. I never been there before, so I kayaked the Swanee River. Then I went over to Destin, Florida, to a state park called Fred Gannon Rocky Bayou State Park. Really cheap. I mean, like $12 a night, super cheap.
Jeez.
And it was about 15, 20 minutes away from downtown Destin. And if you've never been to downtown Destin, it's like a boardwalk community on the river's edge or the water's edge, and it's seawater. So, and they have like what do you call it? Zip line. They have restaurants, and they have a pirate ship that docks there, and chartered fishing boats. And there's sand dunes out there with that white quartz sand. It's just, I mean, just beautiful, breathtaking. I'll have a video on that in a month or so. I took lots of video out there.
They have that trampoline park kind of thing out in the middle of the water too. It's really cool. And
I didn't know that.
Do you know Valparaiso, Florida?
No, never heard of that.
Do you know Eglin Air Force Base?
I've heard of that, but I don't know where it's at.
My dad's aunt, his cousins now, but they live right across the bayou from Eglin Air Force Base in a town called Valparaiso. It's probably 20 minutes outside of Destin. So I've been to Destin a few times. It's a very nice place.
They have an Air Force Base there, and they had a museum there, an Air Force Base museum that was free. You didn't have to pay anything, and it was closed, but they had all kind of, military aircraft out on the property. So they had a B-52 bomber out there. So you could take pictures of that, and, helicopters. They had a rocket launcher out there.
Life is good today. Woo!
It was really cool.
Woo!
Yeah, he didn't just get a haircut. He got a haircut.
You got them all cut.
Yeah, he ain't got much hair left.
This is a zero cut.
There you go.
You saw the comment I sent you when I first got in your stream, Kenny?
And
turning the lights down because I feel like I'm looking into the sun.
Yeah,
okay.
sun's shining bright.
That's funny.
So what's been going on, Robert, on your other channel? Are you doing much right now with your hobbies and stuff, or not really?
I put a video up about, I don't know, a month ago.
Yeah.
With an e-Revo that I had sitting around in a box for over a year. I used to work at a hobby shop.
Yeah.
So I'd get really good discounts. And so, no, I haven't done anything recently, but I do have some ideas. I actually I was selling some RC stuff. So I was running this guy the other day, and you see that wheel spinning?
Oh, yeah.
The CVD came out of the outdrive hub on the rear end differential. So I gotta take it apart and put it back into place. So I'm thinking I might as well shoot a video on how to do that. So I got that. I actually have a kit racing short course racing truck that I'm gonna probably shoot a video on putting that together.
Dang, that'd be cool.
I just sold 3 airplanes today.
Yeah,
I put a bunch of stuff on Facebook to sell, and a guy came and said he wanted to look at it, and I sold 3 airplanes today. I made $185 today.
There you go.
Selling used styrofoam airplanes. Yeah, and I was looking to get out of my truck. I have a nice truck, and I had a loss of income, so I decided, let me get out of this truck and get a cheaper truck. So I'm like, let me put my truck up for sale. And finally I found somebody who was not a dealer trying to lowball me. And when I went to show him my truck, he had the same truck almost, but older. And he said something about selling his truck. And I said, what are you asking for your truck? And he told me, and I said, I might be interested in that. So we actually worked out a deal to where I sold him my truck and I sold his truck.
Wow.
So I'm out of that big loan, and I got a really small loan for his truck. and I'll be able to pay that off really fast. And
Mhm.
and because I'm full time and in my RV, I'm
Yeah.
basically a security guard for a storage outside parking area. So I'm living here rent free, and
Wow.
so I'm able to take my income and pay down my debts.
Mhm.
And so that's what I'm looking to do to get out of debt.
Yeah.
Since I had a loss of income. So that was a huge blessing, man, to have somebody, I basically went from a 2012 F-250 Power Stroke diesel with the Max
Uh-huh.
to a 2004 gasoline crew cab F-250, but it's not a diesel, so I don't have to worry about if a diesel breaks, man, that's expensive.
I know.
So
I've always been told that diesel engines and parts and stuff are a lot higher than gasoline parts.
yeah, it's real expensive, very complex, with intercoolers and turbos and all that stuff going on. It's expensive because there's not as many diesel mechanics as there are gasoline engine mechanics. So you got to pay them more because there's not a lot around.
Kenneth, you need to learn how to work on diesel engines, especially in Tennessee. You probably get a lot of work.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to do that or not.
But I wouldn't want to mess with it. It's good money, but man, I know. I hope not. We have a 2016 3500 in Laramie and 4x4. I hope that thing nothing happens to it.
Yeah, I had a friend that had a diesel and something quit working, some kind of EGR valve cooler or something like that, cost him $2,500.
Hey,
Gee
I'm like,
whiz.
when I had the income, it wasn't a worry, but then when I had the income loss, I
yeah,
was like, nah, I don't really need that, so let me get out of it. And I was able to, not lose really money. I mean, I didn't have to pay anything to get out of it. And so I gave the guy like $7,000 for his truck,
mm-hmm.
and it got 180,000 miles on it, no oil leaks, full wheel drive, a crew cab, and it's got a lift on it. It's got tires, and it's pretty much stock besides the lift, and it runs great. I mean, you could see the brake rotors, and they're smooth as silk. It's just in good shape. The guy took care of it. He said anytime anything broke, he just took it to the mechanic and have them fix it. So it's in good condition. So I'm real happy. Like I said, I'll be able to pay that thing off in within a year and be done with it.
Yeah, you talking about doing security? I did private security for 10 years, so that's pretty fun, interesting job.
I'm not sure what Lance is here asking.
I think he was asking Robert about the. He said it was the carburetor carbon on the car that I think he was showing the. Because that was about the time that comment came up. I'm not sure.
Carburetor carbon. That doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know.
Is it? I mean, is it carburetor?
Carbon does build up in your carburetor.
Yeah, and speaking about the diesels, this just came to my mind. I don't know if you're ever aware of all the emissions controls on a diesel and diesel exhaust fluids and all that. Well, I watched a video on how that works, and the guy said with the Environmental Protection Agency, they require the diesel exhaust to be treated with basically cow urine. And it's kind of ridiculous. So not only is it being conditioned when it goes into your engine, it's being conditioned. The exhaust fumes are being conditioned.
Yeah.
And what it does is there's an exhaust filter on your tailpipe, and that catches all this debris. Well, obviously over time it builds up and you got to clean it. Well, they clean it. Here's how they clean it. They run your diesel engine at like 3,000 or 4,000 RPM, so it gets your diesel exhaust system up to 1,000 degrees, and it blows all that stuff out your tailpipe anyway.
Yeah. Wow.
But it's heavier now. It's not going to float into the atmosphere. It's just sad because it chokes the power and it chokes your fuel economy on a diesel. So I'm better off with a gasoline. I mean, I don't have a huge vehicle. My vehicle probably weighs 10,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily have to have a diesel. It's nice, but I don't have to have it. You know, I probably love to have a 7.3 gas engine, but I don't have that right now. Maybe later.
Yeah, I like the 7.3s.
I had one. I had a 95 Ford F-250.
That's the best engine they ever had in those things.
Yeah, it would pull anything. It doesn't matter what gear you were in. You were cruising 70 or 80 and you hit an overpass, it didn't matter. It just pulled right over it.
Yeah.
It didn't get good gas mileage, but man, it was powerful.
Oh, me. Yeah, I'm not sure what that questioner will answer.
I see Justin was saying if you own a Mercedes Sprinter van, you have to go to a master outfitter certified Mercedes location to get work done. Yeah, I can imagine.
Can you imagine how much that cost?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mercedes. Yeah, good luck with that.
I've also heard that the foreign cars are, as far as parts goes and stuff, are a lot higher than the American made cars.
The foreign or the Fords?
The foreign,
Foreign.
yeah, foreign.
Yep, they're a lot. Yeah, that's what makes them expensive, and sometimes you can't even get parts for them.
Yeah.
You know, I had a hard time trying to get a 18-inch wheel, stock metal, for my truck. I couldn't get one. Couldn't find one. I don't know why, but I could not find one at any junkyard. You would have to buy it brand new and pay $500, for it. Because the spare wheel on my old truck that I sold was rusted. So I was like, yeah, I don't want it to leak air, so let me get another one. I'm thinking, $50, right?
Mm-hmm.
I found one. I actually went and bought one. I drove 55 minutes away, picked up the wheel, brought it back, took it to the tire store. So I need an 18-inch wheel on that 18-inch tire on that wheel. And the guy said, that ain't an 18-inch wheel. It's a 17-inch wheel. So I ended up having to get a refund. The guy refunded the money. He said, just keep the wheel. Don't bring it back here. So the newer Fords have 18-inch wheels. So not easy to find. And I don't know if you know this, but I had an old 04 Ford Super Duty, and the fuel pump went out. Well, the fuel pump is in the fuel tank.
Oh wow!
So you literally either have to drop the fuel tank, or you have to remove the bed. So I chose to remove the bed because I didn't want to lay upside down, turning wrenches, dropping dirt in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, let me just remove the bed. It was only like 8 bolts. So I just undid 8 bolts and undid the wiring harness for the lights. And then I lifted up one side of the bed and put some lumber under there to prop it up. And then I had access to the top of the fuel tank where the fuel goes in and out. And it's literally a plastic collar. So I just could loosen the plastic collar, and the whole fuel pump mechanism with the fuel gauge and everything, with the float and everything, came out. And the fuel pump is only about 4 or 5 inches tall, and it's a tube about 2 inches in diameter, and it was $100. So I went to the parts store, $100, and put it back in, and truck ran fine.
I just pray when we're on the road with our RV, nothing happens, because I'm not too mechanically inclined. So I guess I'd be picking up that phone, calling the mechanic out.
Dude.
Mechanic work is not as complicated as you think. If you can read an instruction book.
Yeah. Nowadays, especially. I mean, shoot, just go on YouTube and sit right there while you're doing
Mm-hmm.
Brake, or if the disc brakes are some of the easiest things to change. The brake pads.
Yeah.
You could probably do brake pad change in 20 minutes if you have the right tool.
Yeah.
I
know Rocky with RV Kids Weekend, they were camping not too far from a couple months ago out here where we live, and anyway, he said something. I knew they needed some help, and so I said, "Oh man, I know a diesel mechanic," because it was on his truck. And come to find out, he needed this big old long extension thing to get down in there to turn the knobs and stuff. I mean, it had to be some pretty tough torque too. And anyway, sure enough, my friend had what he was looking for, and Rocky said he found out how to do everything online, and I forgot what he was changing. It was one of the pumps anyway, and he got it working, and off they went. So.
Well, you know what happened to me one time going into the Keys? I was pulling my camper going to the Keys. I was 33 miles from the campsite, and my battery died.
Uh-oh.
And I mean, the engine quit running because you got to have battery current to make your spark feel. So I pulled off the road, and my brother, thank God my brother was at the campsite ahead of me. And I said, get the battery out of your boat. He had a boat. Get that battery out of your boat, bring it to me, and we'll put it in my truck. And then I could start my truck and drive it to the parts store. And then we could test the battery, see if it's the battery. And if it's not the battery, it's the alternator. So that's what we did. We went to Marathon Key, took the battery in. He said, nope, your battery's fine. So I said, you got an alternator? And he had an alternator. And I literally drove the truck to the campsite and put the alternator in the truck at the campsite because it was right on top of the engine. It was a gas engine. 5.4, so it was like 2 or 3 bolts and then the wire harness, and I was able to do that at the campsite, and a screwdriver to put the belt on. That was it. That was great, you know.
Yeah, they don't make them as easy as they used to though. With all those engines, you got to get to this to get to that, and take this part off just to get to the next part.
And the newer they get, the more complicated they get.
And they don't give you about that much space to go down between something, you know. So
let me tell you, I did a valve cover gasket on a Nissan Murano. Well, on the valve cover on top of the engine, they have these intake manifolds that come over the valve covers.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to take the intake manifolds off. Well, you can't take the intake manifold off without taking off the windshield wiper motor because it kind of reaches underneath almost to the firewall. So you have to take the whole windshield wiper cowl off and all that just to take the manifolds off. Then you can get access to the valve cover gasket. And they are non-serviceable. You can't remove the gasket and put it back in. They are molded into the valve covers. You have to buy brand new valve covers.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Well, usually when I have valve covers changed, I usually just go ahead and just change them all out at one time. Valve covers and the gaskets all out at one time. That way I don't have to worry about it. And it's already done.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, all I have to do is later on down the road just change them valve covers, valve cover gaskets.
Another bad thing about the Nissan, the spark plugs go in the center of the head, not on the side of the block of the head. So you have to put the spark plug through the center of the valve cover. So you got to replace it anyway because those seals around the spark plug, if they leak, then they leak oil onto the spark plug. So yeah, it's not easy to work on those vehicles for sure.
They knew what they were doing when they designed all that stuff. They're like, we'll get some money out of them every once in a while.
Oh, definitely. All the time. Well, remember, I don't know if you heard, but they were trying to make it to where you couldn't open the hood of your new vehicle unless you were a certified mechanic.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's how bad they want to take away the guy who can do it himself.
Hey.
Yeah, I got to get ready for my live. So I had a good time hanging out with you guys, Brian.
Good to see you.
I appreciate it very much. I'll try to keep a watch out for the next.
Good to see you. I look forward to the day I get to meet you in person.
Yeah, hopefully that'll happen sooner than later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, thanks you guys for being
Hey.
great, man. I appreciate you guys so
Yes,
much.
sir. No problem. And good luck with your live tonight.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, have a good night, okay?
See ya.
All
Nice
right.
to meet with you.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, these cars nowadays, they ain't easy to work on.
I'm about to I got a live here in 3 minutes to be a mod at, so I'm gonna head out here in a second, and
What live is happening
that's
next?
I almost said Forever Best Friend. That's at 8 o'clock. You got me thinking.
You other
Journey,
redheads?
yeah, Journey with the Gingers. Yeah, they are red, so just like Forever. But Journey with the Gingers. So I think they're live tonight. I'm pretty sure they're. I haven't seen anything otherwise, but
Yeah, they're gonna have some guest with them.
I
No
thought
maps needed or whatever.
I was going to say I think tonight's no maps. I'll actually be on their show. I just got this not too long ago while we've been sitting here, but February. Let me make sure. I think it's on Thursday. Obviously, it's on Thursday, but February the 4th, I believe. Let's see. Yep, February 4th, 7 o'clock. So I'll be on their channel. So, but anyway, let me head out, and yeah, it means the travel's coming on too. So let me thank you, Kenneth, for having me up here. And
It's good having you up here as always.
yeah, and Danny, good to see you.
Uh,
I'll see you around somewhere. All right, we'll see
yeah,
y'all.
Danny's on here now.
See you, buddy.
See ya. Have a good night. See you, Papa.
Danny's got a question for you, Danny.
For me?
Yeah.
What's up?
You live in Oklahoma, right?
Yes, sir.
I heard you said questions that didn't have an answer. He had and made
You
him
cut
think of
out.
you being a teacher and everything. He happened to
Say
see
it.
a question today. He
I can't hear
happened
you,
to see
Kenny.
a question today.
What question?
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Buried under the Capitol building in Oklahoma. What is buried under the Capitol building in Oklahoma?
I don't know. I think I might have heard it before, but I don't remember. What is it?
I don't know. he don't know. It was in a puzzle book.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Yeah. She's just doing a premiere of chemotherapy.
Buried under the Capitol in Oklahoma. Huh. I think this is something I've heard before. I just don't remember.
Or EMC or some kind of a high trail ground or something. I didn't know.
I wonder if they
Yeah.
did like a time cap. I wonder if they did like a time capsule.
That
Maybe
might
it's.
be it too. I don't know. I don't know.
Huh.
I'll ask you and see if you might know.
No, I don't know it.
Well, I didn't know. You know, he thought he might ask you to see if you might
Right.
know. I just have Kenny at Google. I think Nanny's Googling it now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know, man. Darn it. Put me on the spot like that. Stump the teacher.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's not a problem. I don't know. I can't find anything about it.
You can't find anything on it, huh?
No, I'd have to look, I'd have to research it some more to find out. I know some people I could probably ask that might know, but I don't know it right now. Maybe by the time you have your live tomorrow night, I might be able to find out what it is, but I don't know right now. I really don't know.
I just have to wonder because I've never heard of it.
Right? Is it for like a crossword or what?
Well, it was a thing on the calendar about the state. It was a thing on the calendar about the state.
Huh.
Information on the state.
That's pretty cool.
And
you look tired, Kenneth.
Yeah. Hey, bud. I forgot what I can't remember if it's Oklahoma or if it's Missouri, but they got a weird state law. They got a weird state law.
Oklahoma, yeah, we got all kinds of weird stuff here.
You have to drive. You cannot drive and stay at the same time without a permit. You can't. You cannot what now?
Drive and text.
Or drive in the state of Oklahoma. I live in the state of Oklahoma. You can't drive or shave at the same time without getting a permit. Camping therapy says it's an oil well. Might be. I don't know.
It might be.
That's what her Alexa says.
We've got oil wells all over the place around here, man. They got an oil well right down the street.
I thought there was an oil well producing the state in the United States. The what now? Well, I just wondered. I just. Well,
who's Alexa? Oklahoma is some kind of state, let me tell you. You better watch it, Blake. Susan from New Horizons went driving through here and thinks she got lost in the Bermuda Triangle.
I found another interesting state law about Wisconsin. He found another interesting state law about Wisconsin.
Wisconsin? They have to
Yeah, you know, Wisconsin.
I'm gonna go eat something.
You are? Is dinner coming?
In an hour and 30 minutes.
What?
It's gonna get here at 7:30.
Jeez.
Oh, what y'all having good for dinner?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Half price boneless wings tonight. You guys have one of those in Kingsport? Buffalo Wild Wings?
We do, but it was a one-time trip. I don't see how people can afford those. Because here they charge like, I think it's what was it for a 10-piece or whatever? $17-18 for a 10-piece chicken.
Yeah, it's not that. That's crazy. I never heard of that. It'd be like $10 max here for that. That's crazy. Patty Wheat just came in the house. Hey, Patty.
Hey, Patty Wheat.
Hey, Patty Wheat.
Yeah.
Man, you could like copyright a lot of phrases that you say, Kenneth. You could copyright hey whoever, and then you could copyright Ford Man here. You
Yeah.
ever start your own store? You ever start your own merch shop? You could have those for like T-shirts or something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I've had several people say that they would buy them.
Here's the drink of champions right here. Capri Sun.
Pretty soon.
You like you Capri Suns, Kenny?
Yeah, I like Capri Suns. It's been a good while since I've had any, but
They're pretty good.
what flavor is that? What flavor is those?
Oh, fruit punch wave. We always buy the water. You know how they have like the juice ones and then they have like the water based ones? We buy the water based ones most of the time. That's why I said
Hey,
roaring waters.
hey, Patty Weed, I get my hair cut, a zero cut, like this 2 or 3 times a year. Like I said last night, that was the last time you would see this hair.
Try not to.
Hey, TGIF just gave you another quote for your merchandise store, Kenneth. It's a 10.
Yeah.
Man, you got all kinds of stuff. That would
Yeah,
work too.
maybe by the spring or summer, maybe I can get a bird. Huh?
What'd you say?
I said maybe by spring or summer, maybe I can get a merch store going.
That'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. Fatima just came in the door. They're telling you hi. Or Fatima Jeffrey.
Hey Fatima, they are Fatima Jaffrey.
Hey Fatima, good to see you. So I think we are gonna have that party Sunday night. I don't know if you saw that. You did see the message, I think, right?
I did see the message, but I think I also saw the thumbnail up for it.
I woke up this morning and it said that we had been approved, so I was surprised. I was glad it happened that quick. Just a couple of days. That's all it took. Pretty neat. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. So thank you for giving me your time. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Did Blaine happen to get his hours?
I don't know if he got his hours. He's coming close. I know he got his friends today. So I think he was but before he did his live stream, I think he was about 200 shy.
Yeah.
His live stream probably gave him at least a good 60 or 70 hours. So he's probably got maybe 100, 130 hours left. So if people would run his playlist tonight, if you guys could run the playlist for Rayleigh Creative Travel, if you don't mind, then definitely by tomorrow he'll get it for sure.
Yep.
And then we'll get you there. We got a lot of people that have been awesome supporting the two of us that we're gonna try to help out as well.
Yeah, I need to go. I need to get some friends.
They'll
Of
come.
course, I've been going to different live streams and
Don't worry about it. They'll come, buddy. I promise.
yeah.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, TGIF. Appreciate it, guys.
I'm at 482 right now. But yeah, I've just been going to different live streams, uh, visiting new live streams and stuff. And
When did you start doing live streams?
oh Lord,
Oh Lord.
I'd have to go back on my very first live stream. See, I had a couple of issues where YouTube, I guess it must have been where I would actually put a saying or something like that I did not want anybody under the age of 18 watching my videos because my videos weren't made for people under the age of 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I had an issue where YouTube, every time I tried to go live, I wouldn't even be live 5 minutes, and they would take down my video.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
Just in the middle of your live stream, they just take it off, take it down. Mm-hmm. I had that happen a couple of times too, Kenneth. I had made this intro video that had like pictures of Adric and Landon, and stuff. And
Yeah,
I would go to play it, and every time I played it, they'd take the stream down.
and then we tried to make some changes. Somebody said they thought it was because because at first I would just have my real name as my
Channel name.
channel name. And so we had um so I had to kind of make some changes. So I had to start it with the channel name, and uh so uh at first I had Mr. Fix It, and then I thought,
Mr.
nah,
Fix It?
yeah, that didn't really.
Huh.
I'm more into. I thought, no, that.
Hey, Francisco, welcome in. Good to
Hey,
see you, buddy.
Francisco, I didn't really fix anything. I haven't really fixed anything, uh, and since I like Ford cars, so I decided to make it Ford Man instead of. So
There you go.
that's the reason why I tell people I go by Ford Man on YouTube.
Nice. That's a cool name, Ford Man.
Yeah, and I always went by Ford Man on the CB radio. So that's
Oh,
where that
okay.
Ford Man. And I've always liked Ford cars, Ford trucks, whatever,
So is that why you say Ford Man here?
All
Used to your CB radio?
right. No, I don't use to say Ford Man here on CB radio, but I just say break. I used. It's been a good couple of years since I done talked on CB radio.
Uh-huh.
But I would say a Ford Man break 19.
Ford Man Break 19. That's cool.
Yeah, because that was always the trucking channel.
Mm-hmm.
I always used channel 19 as the trucking channel, and channel 9 was your emergency channel where you could call for 911 and stuff like that. And then I can't remember what them other, huh?
Breaker 19.
Yeah, but and two, we would always.
That's right. What Fatima is saying. When your school's out, you'll be able to put those car videos out there, the how tos, and those will really help a lot. Your repair videos for the cars, that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, I just got to make sure that I make them short enough to where people will watch it.
Start with how to change a windshield wiper. That's what I would do. I would just start with basic stuff. How to change a tail light, stuff like that.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
And then if you put like the make and model of the car, then with people that have that same car, if they go to Google and they're wanting to learn like help with it, they'll just type exactly what it says in your thumbnail, and then there you go.
And then it'll pull
It'll pull up your video. Yep, it'll be pretty cool.
3 more hours. Oh,
Only it's 3 hours from courtside, huh?
3 more hours from courtside, huh?
That's
Ooh.
pretty cool. That's a bit of a drive to go there for her as well from St. Louis.
Yeah, well, I found out it's a bit of a drive for me and Dad to go from here, from Kingsport, Tennessee to courtside.
It would have been for us. It would be 16 hours, I think it was.
It would have been 30 hours for us.
30 hours. Good Lord.
And
How to check tire pressure? Yep, exactly. Just basic everyday car things that people might need to know how to do.
I know some that live right here in my area. They don't even know. They don't even know how to that how to change or how, they don't even know how to even put a battery in a car.
A battery in a car? I tell you what, man. We had a battery go bad in our Escape. That
Yeah,
thing, it was crazy where the battery is located. It's pretty
yeah,
much located below the dash.
yeah. Well, they got some that I have a cousin that uh has an automatic had an Equinox.
Equinox, yep, Chevy Equinox.
Of course,
I think
he
my
didn't
sister
keep it
has that
long.
one.
He didn't keep it long, and it didn't. You know, most basic batteries they have either a positive or a negative uh, post. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, th- this didn't even look like a normal battery, and and me and my cousin both we couldn't locate the battery at all, and finally he had to take it down to the dealer, and I think they said they had to take about the whole engine apart just to get to the battery, didn't they, Dad?
And the Equinox?
Yeah.
Jeez,
So yeah. Mhm.
it's crazy.
So anyway, they and then I know a Net Trends driver. He has a 2000 and I think 2003, 2004. I think you said it was a Lincoln Town car or something,
Yeah.
or something. I can't remember what kind of car it was, but anyway, he said it was in the 2000. He said in order to take a battery off of that, he had to take the front fender off and the front tire off just to get to the battery, take a battery out of that.
That's crazy, man. I mean, I do get why they do it. Like it's what Blaine was saying earlier. Trying to make money so they make it harder for normal people like Robert and Blaine were saying, but it's kind of aggravating sometimes, huh?
Normally, all you do is just pop hood up on
And
one
it's right
either.
there, yep.
Yeah, and all you do is just undo your positive and your negative, and you just lift up on it. not these, not these cars that I just mentioned.
The easiest thing was when I had my truck. I had a 2015 Chevy Silverado. No, not 2015, 2005 Chevy Silverado, and the taillights, man. All you do is just in the bed. There was just a couple of screws that you unscrewed, and then the whole thing just came out. It was that simple. Nowadays, they have cars and you have to do all kinds of stuff just to change the light.
Yeah, well, we had a we had an '86 Toyota Camry one year, and the back tail light cover was busted.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, in actuality, that's illegal to have a busted tail. So we called around, see about getting it fixed, and you can't just buy the cover. You gotta buy the whole back piece because it all comes in one piece.
Of course you do, man.
And we're not talking about just one side. It had to be the whole side. It had to be the whole back side.
Yeah.
In other words, you had to buy the whole, yeah. And I'm thinking, really?
Kenneth, you think that the older cars, like the classic, like the 70s and 80s and even the 60s, those cars from those ages were built a whole lot better than the cars that are built now?
Most definitely. Most definitely. I would much rather. I would much rather. I would much rather have one of those. at least, at least if you wrecked it, it wouldn't tear like a dinner plate.
Yeah, because they're all plastic parts, and back then they used to be metal, huh? Most of them.
The older the, I've always been told. Of course, Dad, and my cousin Rusbar can relate to this because he was around when these times were happening. Uh, the older they were, the thicker the metal was.
Right.
Isn't that right, Dad? Huh? And we actually saw a 53 Buick uh special today. A 53
Oh,
Buick
that's
special.
cool. It's awesome. Yeah. Hey, Kenneth, I got to hop down and get going, buddy. It's about dinner time. But hey, thank you so much for having me up, and we look forward to hanging out with you tomorrow night, my friend. I will be there for your Kahoot for sure.
All right, yeah. I'll probably go ahead and just end it here in about the next 6 minutes anyway.
All right, boy. Hey, take care.
Make it a solid.
Bye, Pop. Good to see you.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
All right, you're welcome. But what was you starting to say there, Dan? Not talking about that coupe or whatever.
Oh, I didn't say the only thing I knew about it that I can't find out that lifter. Raises it up there, and raises it up, puts it down. Yeah.
Oh, the the shock hydraulic chassis, I think it was.
Yeah, whatever.
It had the button on it to where it would. He had it rigged to where it would have he'd be able to raise the car up or lower the car. That's what it was.
Actually, there was two buttons, one for the back and one for the front.
It was actually two buttons, one for the back and one for the front. Uh, but I might even go until 8 and go raid RV weekends. Here it's 7:30. Uh, but uh, but yeah, like I said before, I'd much rather have the. We got any more? We got any coffee, Dad? Coffee? Okay, because I'm thirsty and but yeah, no, um, but there's also a guy that lives here, and he has a 1963 Studebaker truck, and it was actually the last one that was ever made. Uh, and it had a 9 foot bed. It's got a 9 foot bed on it, and it's got I believe he said the straight six in it. I believe straight six, and it's all original, and he drives that thing everywhere. He drives it to Walmart. He drives it. I reckon he uses it as his daily driver. And what usually kills me is that you see a lot of these people, they don't keep the cars all original like that. And to me, that actually ruins the value of them later on down the road. Because if you keep it all original, they're worth a lot of money, aren't they, Dan? By keeping it all original. But um, yeah. So I was talking to my, I was talking to my barber today uh, about this 1967, 68 uh, Ford pickup truck we looked at a couple years ago. Uh, it had sat out in the Mojave Desert for like how long, Dad? 7 or 8 years, and it had been restored, and it also was bondoed, ready to be painted, and it had uh, it had the 351 Windsor, and it had a Ford Mustang transmission in it. Um, it was automatic, and um, the I think the Blue Book price was like set at like about 20,000, wasn't it, Dan? 17, 18,000. Or 17, 18,000. I can't remember what the Blue Book price was. Anyway, uh, anyway, uh, the car lot itself, they sold it. They tried to sell it at like 10,000 or something like that, and then I started out at like 15. Brought it down to 10 finally. And then they brought it down to 10, and then they brought it down to 5. And somebody wound up coming up with 5 for it. So they paid. And but when we first took it out for a test drove, uh, uh, they um, the brakes was so touchy that they would literally send you about through the windshield, and it had a high volume oil pump in it as well, so it had so every time you gave that thing acceleration, uh, that oil pressure would go up real high, like uh, 80, 90 pounds of oil pressure. And of course, the more oil, the faster that motor turns, the more oil is going to get up in there. So, uh, but anyway, so, but we never did we wasn't able to come up with the funding to be able to get that truck, so we wound up getting something else instead. Um, but uh, so how's the weather been, Johnny? Have you had pretty nice weather on the way down there? On the way to Quartzsite? see, Artima says, here in Detroit, we have awesome car shows from different clubs. Love seeing vintage cars that are stock. Yeah. I've been wanting to go down. I've been wanting to go down to the rod runs here in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, but I've been told that it's really that it's really hectic when it gets crowded and stuff. But so what's everybody having for dinner tonight? Says I've got 8 in the chat. Or 8 watching. You're having fish. Okay. Oh, you're not having anything, Patty Wheat? Oh, okay. Like I said earlier, I had roast beef. Ooh, cheese, sliced roast beef, and hey, lady bass player, sliced roast beef and pepper jack cheese, which is pretty yummy. And believe it or not, I didn't even. I had it with mustard, but I didn't have it with hot sauce on it. Believe it or not. Normally I'd put hot sauce on it, but I just didn't have. I just wasn't in the mood for hot sauce today. Believe it or not. Hmm. Um, I don't know if Lance is still in here. Are you still in here, Lance? You're more welcome to come up because I know you're like me. You like these panels. Ooh, you had pizza. What kind of pizza did you have, Lady Bass? You ate hot sauce on your fish. What type of fish did you have, Fatima? Did you have salmon, mackerel, catfish, or tuna fish, trout? Oh, pepperoni and sausage and pizza. Okay. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Oh, tilapia. Do what?
We like to get floundered every once in a while.
Yeah, we like to get flounder every once in a while. But um oh, you're about 90% vegetarian. Hmm. Lady Blake, Lady Bay says, Lady Bay says to say hello to you. But yeah, I mean, I've had a pretty good day today. Like I said earlier, I went and got my head shaved and got my toenails cut. Went and excuse me. Mm. You want to get an air fryer and experiment with different things? Yeah, that sounds good. Me and Dad, we're actually, like I said earlier, we're ever since we started, or I started following YouTube channel with RV. We've been wanting to go to we've been wanting to go to Walmart and get us one of them uh, Blackstone grills and cook off the Blackstone and try some different meals off of it. Cause we never, like I said, we never heard of Blackstone until we started following RV channels. Had you heard of a Blackstone before, Ned? Hmm. A Blackstone grill is um it's kind of like um, it's kind of like cast iron. Uh, it's um, you can cook just about anything. You can cook just about anything on it. Uh, I I mean I know a lot of RVers use it. For the ones that RV full time, and some of them even use it part time. For the ones that do part time RV. But yeah, I mean it's just it's I mean you I think one channel I follow called Van Life with Gina Payne. I think she said she's even made coffee on it. I mean, you can cook, and I tell you another good channel to follow if you want to learn more about Blackstones is Crazy Pop. Because he does a lot of cooking off the Blackstone and things like that. So, and he'll even show you how to put it together and how to disassemble it and stuff like that. We uh, our team says here we have a restaurant called Blackstone Grill. Meat comes on a bus and cook it at your table, bite by bite. It only saves, huh? Good. But yeah, I mean, you know, I know she's cooked a lot of her vegetables, and uh, I know she's Van Life Regina said she said you can cook just about anything you can, like you do in a crock pot at home, except it's out on a Blackstone grill. And uh, uh, I think I'm gonna have to call you people because I'm getting sleepy. Uh, I want to thank everybody for coming on. Thanks to all the mods for looking after the chat. And I hope to see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Kahoot Trivia. It's a really fun game. It's family friendly. And um, yeah, and yeah, um, maybe I can take me a little nap here or something. Uh, uh, anyway, guys, and then I'm gonna try to have a panel talk afterwards. The three topics for trivia tomorrow night is going to be 50 states and capitals, and um, strange phobias, and um, hmm, sports. I'll get it out in a minute. Yeah, sports. So, anyway, guys, I will see you soon. Bye, guys.